All right, viewers, time now for the WION Newsroom. Joining me are my colleagues Adhya Juneja, who bring us insights from business, Nikita Singh, who bring us updates from technology, and Athira Shashidharan, bringing us updates from sports. Let's start with the business updates. Adhya.
Well, thank you, Shivan. We have lots to unpack in this edition, but let's start with what exactly is happening in oil markets. Oil prices surged as tensions rise over the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, a key route for global crude. Donald Trump warned Iran to reopen the strait or face military strikes, with the deadline looming. Iran rejected ceasefire proposals, keeping markets on edge. Brent and US crude both climbed sharply amid fears of prolonged supply disruptions. Ongoing attacks in the region and damaged infrastructure are tightening global supply, while efforts at diplomacy remain uncertain. Well, the closure of the Strait of Hormuz is trickling down on oil import-reliant countries. In the latest, Pakistan is seeing a sharp rise in electric motorbike demand after tensions disrupted oil flows through the Strait of Hormuz. Fuel prices have surged, with petrol now consuming nearly a third of daily income for many households. Sellers report a record spikes in sales as consumers look for cheaper alternatives amid inflation and supply fears. With two-wheelers dominating transport, the shift could cut oil imports and emissions. However, limited charging infrastructure and battery concerns remain key hurdles, slowing widespread adoption. And this is not just with Pakistan, but a lot of countries are facing the same issue, with respective governments coming up with austerity measures to handle the crisis. Well, speaking of measures, US President Donald Trump has proposed cutting over 9,400 jobs and $1.5 billion from the Transportation Security Administration's budget, a reduction of nearly 20%. Well, the plan includes shifting smaller airports to private security and streamlining operations. Well, critics, including unions, warn the move could weaken aviation safety. The proposal now heads to Congress for debate as lawmakers weigh funding decisions ahead of the September deadline. And that is it in this business segment, but we are continuously tracking markets. And now, for all the tech updates, it's over to you, Nikita.
Well, thanks so much, Adhya. First up, Ukrainian defense firm Firepoint, maker of the Flamingo cruise missile, is in talks with European companies to develop a new air defense system. The company says the system could be ready as early as next year as countries step up efforts to protect their airspace. The push comes amid ongoing conflicts, including the war in Ukraine and rising tensions involving Iran, driving global security concerns. Now, Firepoint aims to provide a low-cost alternative to the high-demand Patriot missile defense system. The new system is designed to cut costs significantly, making modern air defense more affordable and accessible. Next up, Netflix has stepped up its gaming push, launching a new app called Netflix Playground for young children. Now, the app features games based on popular children's characters, including Peppa Pig and Sesame Street. It builds on Netflix's growing games lineup with titles like GTA San Andreas and Squid Game Unleashed. The platform is designed as a safe, curated space where children can be entertained and engaged. Netflix Playground focuses on kids aged 8 and under and is included in all Netflix plans. All games will also work offline. And lastly, US auto safety regulator National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has closed its probe into Tesla vehicles over the Actually Smart Summon feature. The feature allows users to remotely move their cars using a smartphone in parking areas or private spaces. Now, authorities reviewed about 100 incidents, mostly involving minor collisions with obstacles like gates, garage doors or parked vehicles. The agency said all incidents were low speed, with no injuries or fatalities reported. Regulators found most crashes occurred early in the summon process, when visibility or driver awareness was limited. Well, that's it from the world of tech. Now my colleague Athra would be taking you through some sports updates across the globe. Over to you, Athra.
Thank you so much, Nikita. Here are the top sports stories we're tracking for you at this. We'll begin with golf now. Tiger Woods is missing from the Masters, but the 15-time major champion remains a hot talking point. Australian golfer Jason Day said that it was hard watching his hero Tiger Woods battle addiction, but he admitted that Woods was selfish to get behind the wheels. Woods was arrested and charged on March 27 after crashing his car near his home in Florida. He was charged with driving under the influence, property damage, and refusal to submit to a lawful test. The 50-year-old was released on bail and entered a written plea of not guilty via his lawyers. Next up in cricket, Delhi Capitals will have to wait a little bit longer for Michelle Starks' return. The Australian pacer is unlikely to feature before April 20 in the Indian Premier League 2026 season. He is currently recovering from shoulder and elbow injuries sustained during the Ashes. While Delhi have started strongly in his absence, Stark remains a key missing piece. Signed for 11.75 crore rupees to lead the pace attack, his absence affects not just the team balance but also their effectiveness in the power play and at the death overs. Lastly, in tennis, Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner will be in action today at the Monte Carlo Masters. Defending champion Alcaraz will begin his clay season against Sebastian Baez. Having lost 2 of his past 3 matches, world number 1 is hoping that the return to clay and the surface he much grew up on. Meanwhile, the second seed Sinner will begin his campaign against Hugo Humbert, the Italian who completed the coveted Sunshine Double by winning both the Indian Wells and Miami Open in March, has a chance to take the world number 1 spot back from Alcaraz this week. To secure the top spot, Sinner must win the tournament or potentially reach the final if Alcaraz loses early on. Well, with that, we've come to the end of the sports segment. It's back to you, Shiva.
Athira, thanks so much for getting us those sports updates. Also, a thank you to my colleagues, Adya and Nikita. Let's wind this up. As of now, short break. This is WION World is One. Stay with us.